Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Small Raider back at it again with yet another video. And if this is the very first time you guys are coming across this channel and you love Raiders content, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Man, oh man, good morning, Raider Nation. It feels good today, man, because today is the official tampering period for all NFL teams, meaning that the Raiders can actually go out and finally agree to terms with a lot of these players. Now, I know that a lot of things are not going to be official till Wednesday, but it's all good though. This is the day where a lot of people go crazy, and today I'm actually going to be here all day waiting for whatever news comes on with the Raiders, and I'm going to be reporting it to you guys live. Most of the time, the Raiders don't really do nothing on day one, but it is what it is though. I want to talk about some moves that actually just happened. First thing being first, the Raiders bring back Adam Butler. Let's go. News broke yesterday from Ian Rappaport, tweeting out that the Raiders are keeping one of their own as they've agreed to terms with standout defensive tackle Adam Butler. After a career year, Butler gets a 3-year deal worth $16.5 million with $11 million in guarantees to stay in Las Vegas. Now you can say that the Raiders definitely didn't want Adam Butler to hit the open market. Okay, that was stupid. And crazy thing is, this is coming a year after Adam Butler signed a 1-year prove-it deal to stay with the Raiders last spring. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm really happy about this move for the team. Adam Butler has been one of the key pieces, one of the most underrated players on the defensive line alongside of Max Crosby for some time now. And he's coming off of his best year yet, especially with Christian Wilkins going down with an injury early last season. Adam Butler made the most of his opportunity, starting in 16 games, tallying 65 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, and 5 sacks. This is definitely a great move by the Raiders bringing back Adam Butler, because you bring in an underrated defensive lineman that provides a lot of depth at the defensive line. And with Christian Wilkins most likely coming back next season, Adam Butler could possibly be a starter for this team. And, you know, looking into the draft, Mason Graham has always been a guy that I wouldn't mind having on this team, but it does give the Raiders a lot more flexibility at that number 6 position. Not saying that the Raiders can't address a defensive tackle position, but the fact that the Raiders don't have to pick one at number 6, we can actually address another need at that pick. With that said though, like I said earlier, with Adam Butler coming off of his best season yet, who knows if Adam Butler could be a starter alongside of Christian Wilkins on that defensive line. But we'll have to wait and see what the Raiders actually do throughout free agency and the NFL draft. Overall, Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on this move, bringing back Adam Butler? Do you guys like the move? Do you feel like it's a little bit too much? I honestly think that the Raiders got a good deal for Adam Butler, bringing him back. Shout out to CJ and Wasserman for making the deal happen. But again, like I said, let me know your thoughts on Adam Butler returning down in the comments below. Now, in some other news, of course, we know that the Raiders went out and got Geno Smith. We traded a 3rd-round pick for him, bringing him over here, most likely going to be the starter for us in 2025. And I know that the reaction has been mixed amongst the Raider Nation, but at the end of the day, he's going to be the guy for us moving forward. But with that said, though, according to Tashawn Reed, it seems that the Las Vegas Raiders are reportedly still considering on drafting a quarterback early as the 1st round. Now, this kind of reminds me of what the Falcons just did last season, you know, signing Kirk Cousins to a huge contract, also drafting Michael Penix in the 1st round, having a lot of people really confused about that. And I honestly don't think that the Falcons should have done that, but it is what it is. And it seems like the Raiders could possibly do that now going into the 1st round. Now, when I think about it, the only quarterbacks that I could see the Raiders getting at number 6 still in the 1st round would be Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders if one of them were to fall down. And I know Jackson Dart's name has been thrown around, and I do like Jackson Dart, but at number 6, I think that's a little bit too rich. Now, it doesn't say that the Raiders will draft one later in the draft, early in the draft, because the Raiders can still trade back or maybe even trade up into the 1st round to get the guy that they really want. Which I wouldn't mind that. If they really want to get a quarterback. But unless they're able to get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders at that number 6 pick, I don't see no other options for the Raiders at the quarterback position to get at number 6. I think it will be a waste of a pick. I would rather go out and just help that quarterback position a little bit more with Geno Smith. Go get a weapon out there, whether you want to go get Ashton Jensen to help the backfield out, or you want to go out and get T-Mac to help the wide receiver room, because we're in need in both positions. And I know we can address those in free agency, but we'll see. Now, one reason why I would lean a little bit more towards T-Mac is the fact that, you know, the Raiders can also draft a running back later on in the draft, a high caliber running back like Amarian Hampton or Travion Henderson. Other than that, though, I don't really see no need for a quarterback or anything else. But it definitely would be interesting to see what the Raiders actually do on draft day, because the Raiders do have a lot of options. And speaking of a lot of options, free agency, of course, like I said earlier, is starting on Wednesday officially, but today is the day that a lot of teams can go out and tamper and agree on contracts and whatnot. And for the Raiders, man, not everything can be good news, because we lost Robert Spillane in free agency already, man. Damn. According to Ian Rappaport, he reported that the Patriots are signing standout linebacker Robert Spillane, the former Raider. And to add on to that, reports are saying that Robert Spillane has agreed to a 3-year, $37.5 million contract that includes $20.6 million guaranteed with the New England Patriots, a source told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler on Monday. Now, dang, man, Robert Spillane definitely gets paid, and he definitely deserves it. I don't know if the Raiders are going to come up to that, $12.5 million per year type contract for the Big Ooze Spill, but it is what it is, man. Robert Spillane has been one of the highlights for the Raiders defense since he joined the team during the Josh McDaniels era. He signed with the team coming from Pittsburgh, and ever since then, he's been one of the best linebackers, I've say, for a long time that the Raiders have had. The Raiders have always struggled to have a solid, at least decent linebacker to help lead the defense, and Robert Spillane has been everything and more for the Raiders. And coming off of a really, really good year with the Raiders, starting in all 17 games last season in 2024, Robert Spillane totaled 158 tackles, 14 quarterback pressures, 2 sacks, and 2 interceptions. So this is a huge blow for the Raiders defense, but just because the Raiders weren't able to bring back Robert Spillane doesn't mean that the Raiders are done yet. I know we're just getting started, and it's like 10 a.m. right now while I'm recording, and I know there's going to be a lot more moves. The Raiders have been kind of silent a little bit today, but I'm not going to worry about it too much, because knowing this team, knowing this new regime with Pete Carroll, John Spytek, and Tom Brady, they've definitely emphasize that they want to win now. So I know that they're going to be aggressive and try to bring the best players over here to the silver and black. I just hope that they could bring back Trayvon Merrick, but we'll see. Now, some players that the Raiders are really interested in, one has been Byron Murphy Jr. Now, right now, he is considered to be the Raiders' top choice at the cornerback position. And to be honest with you guys, I think it would be a good choice for the Raiders, and especially a good option at the cornerback position, a position that the Raiders are in need of, especially going into free agency. Now, Byron Murphy is coming off of a Pro Bowl season in 2024, playing both outside and in the slot, having a breakout year, tallying 81 total tackles, 14 pass deflections, and 6 interceptions. And now with news coming out that Nate Hobbs most likely will be testing free agency because it's a really good market out there, according to Josina Anderson, Murphy could be the Nate Hobbs replacement in the slot. And at that, I wouldn't mind that at all. I know DJ Reed has been another name that has been out there, but we'll wait and see if that actually comes to fruition. The Raiders right now still have Jack Jones, Jacorian Bennett coming off of an injury, and Jacorian is the one guy that I can see starting on the outside. I mean, he was having a solid season last year before the injury, but we'll wait and see what the Raiders actually do during free agency. But, the possibility with Byron Murphy joining Jacorian Bennett and Jack Jones, on top of that, possibly even going out and drafting a guy like Will Johnson, it definitely will make the cornerback room a lot better. I just know for a fact if the Raiders aren't able to bring back Nate Hobbs, then we definitely need to go out there and address that position, whether in the draft or free agency. And another player that I know that the Raiders were really interested in was definitely Chris Godwin, but he just re-signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so he's off the list right now, which I'm totally fine with. If anything else goes down today, I will definitely let you guys know, Raider Nation. But with that said, what do you guys think about Robert Spillane leaving the Raiders and going to sign with the New England Patriots? Do you guys think that the Raiders will adjust the linebacker position in free agency, or will we go into the NFL draft? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Until the next one, this is your boy Small Raider and your boys. Yeah.